So I got too excited when I got home, and I lit up the blunt. But I'll do this just for the sake of doing this, for the sake of doing it. Had to make that lighter sound light. Now, I'm just sitting in the car, and we're gonna come in with a cool, warm, and a hot story, and everything in between on either end, and in the middle of that, and of each. I'm just gonna sit in this car, hotbox it, and smoke while I tell this story about marijuana. Put this phone down here. So, I'm just in a driveway of one's own living abode. So, marijuana, weed, cannabis, CBD, THC, the yin and yang and the feminine, masculine. That's what I imagine it like. But, you know, there's like CBA, CBN, THCA, so many things. Whatever's going on. Just funny how weed, marijuana, the ganja, how this evolves. The pretty green, the kush, the bong and a bong and a blitz and a blunt and a spliff and a smoke and a schmoke and a pancake, cigar and a crepe. So, marijuana evolved very, very cool. Like, back in the day, it was apparently much less potent, or maybe just weaker. It like evolves with us because it's turned into, well, I think they had oils and stuff before even the fire stuff, but I'm unsure. Maybe not. I just remember that I heard this one. I think maybe, who knows what they had. Well, everything was available. Anyway, everything is available. Everything is available. So, the Rasta elder who explains why he does not smoke marijuana. And I see the thumbnail, and it's just this man with pure white dreads. I'm like, damn, I want to do that. I mean, like, I want to do that, but then I was like, oh, he has like, because like I always was like, I want to do bleach white, snow bleach white. Bleach is white you could do. Like, do 1,000,000 chemical baths over and over. No, but in GTA 5, when I made my character, if you make your character and choose the super whitest white for the hair, that with dreadlocks. And then I see him, and he actually had actual white hair dreadlocks that were not chemicals. Anyway, so he was just explaining, I don't want to consume fire. I want to, as the original man would, just eat weed or make oils or creams or vape, whatever. So I was just like, oh, that's a cool idea. I found it funny how oil evolved. I mean, weed evolved because like it got stronger and stronger over time, because we got stronger and stronger over time, I suppose. But then I imagine maybe they did have oil back then because it's oil. So all I'm trying to say is weed is the one drug that can slap DeVonQi. Well, the first time I did a drug, I said I did Molly because I'm like, F weed, right? But then weed came, and it was like, yo, this is the highest I've ever been in life. When I smoked that first blunt, or the first strawberry paper with a strawberry scent joint, L-Pape, the first 2 pape I saw being rolled in Stella's, or what did I call the other girl? Her next door neighbor. Her neighbor. think it was pull, maybe I said. Anyway, we were just in a garage, and I was like, this is the highest I've ever been in existence. And I remember people being like, yo, the first joint I never got high off the first joint. I heard people say that, and I got super high off the first joint. And I remember hearing, if you do drugs before, like, you like break in, or maybe that was an idea I had, but whatever. The first joint I ever smoked, I was higher than a I was walking home, hands in the pocket of the parka I was wearing, both hands on in each pocket, like arms just stretched down, so it's like pushing the bottom of the parka pockets, and like pushing my hood on my head, so my head's like pulled back, and I'm walking home like that, greening out, like so tired, like just, I can't. I just need to get home. Like, I was so tired. I was like, I want to take a nap. I'm going to take a nap right here. And then I get home. So, anyway. So, marijuana. And then edibles. I got pretty ripped the first time I did edibles. It was Vitti's Halloween party. We went. All of a sudden, we're just all chilling, drinking cranberry vodka. I guess it looked Halloween-y because it was blood. And Vitti was a Playboy bunny. And we'll call this man Mr. Her boyfriend at the time, I guess. Her hubby at the time, or I don't know, whatever, was Hugh Hefner. And then I was being a person from Payday, I think it was. So I had this mask that was just like bank robber mask, and I wore a suit like Tony Montana with the collar out. Might have put the collar in, I don't know. I remember I always used to wear suits like that ever since, like Scarface. I'm like, yo, Scarface maybe wear suits like that forever. The shirt out. And but anyway, so I think I was like, I'll do the collar in or something, but no tie. And maybe, I don't know. But then I remember I had to go to the store. We had to get to this party at this certain time. I'm like, no, I have to get to the store. Hello, mother. Mother walked by. Anyway, what was I saying? I had to get to the store to get blue gloves. Because I had to get the blue rubber gloves. Oh, I had an M16 airsoft. I was like, da, da, da. I'm Michael from GTA or whatever. Payday, bank robber. And I had to get these blue gloves, and we're standing inside. Or we're standing inside the grocery store. And this line is huge. We're just like, what the hell? And I'm getting these gloves, and I'm like, dude, are these the right size? Are these the right size? They're medium probably, you say. I don't know. I get there. They're so small. I would try to wear them anyway, because I'm like, bruh, I'm holding the gun. It looks so funny. Like a rooster, chicken hands or something. Anyway, I just take those gloves off. I try to like cut the sides to like make them fit. But no, I just take them off and throw them away. I'm like, boom, getting my fingerprints on everything. Break the glass, take the jewels, put them in the bag, go. And we went with the jewels. Oh shit, is that the jewel? Yo. Is that the guy coming to buy the jewel? Oh fuck. Is he with his dog? Yo, he's with his dog too. Yo, they're coming from all sides right now. They're parking Anyway, no. What was I saying? Oh my gosh. Holy, I have to get to this. Where am I? I didn't get to the 10 minutes in, and I didn't get to the established marijuana, I guess, and whatever the hell else I was talking about. So this oil, I always get hyped to get to the punchline of the story. That's why maybe I talk and stall. Anyway, okay, so one day I'm like, oh, I was probably saying a story and I just stopped in the middle of it. I'll figure it out. So at the end of this, if the story stopped or something, I'll continue it. Spoiler alert. Nearly ODing on THC oil. Dude, it felt like ODing. It felt like ODing. Should I say that? Titles are weird, but I'm getting to the art of the title. But I wanted to make the title art random as hell. Just like, this is the title. Anyway, I could make whatever titles I want. But I don't want to say it. I don't want to, that's what, I don't want to lie in the title. I shall be. Everything's. Okay, so. Okay. Because, damn, this was heavy. I get some oil. The THC oil. With Stella. We like take some. I just take some. And then I don't know, I'm high, whatever. I think like this is like whatever, like I just get high. And I hadn't like smoked or done weed for like a long stretch, like a month or something. I don't even know. So like this oil kind of hits. Okay, no, you get high. The oil gets you higher, and it's like there's this syringe, and you put the syringe, and you take some. It gives you this like set point that's like 3 milliliters or 0.3 milliliters, but you could like pop the thing through the syringe. There's like a little stopper in it, but you could like pop it over and get the whole syringe, the whole 1 milliliter. And I do like that. First I took some and you get high. And then I remember taking like syringe after syringe, like just like downing like freaking 7 at least. And I was like, I got so high that like playing cards were a computer. Playing cards are a computer. With all these like common code and stuff. Like an ancient computer, but it was like so modern. It was an ancient computer, but so modern for the time. In the future. Of course. I gotta go back now and say, not in the future. Anyway, so. Yeah. We finished that oil. Just like, it's getting cold in here. I gotta turn this thing on and so I'm gonna turn the heat up. So, holy! Wasting the time, boy. So, we finished the oil, like, I finish it at home, whatever, without drinking at all. Like, I just do syringes day by day, and it finishes, and it's whatever. I get like another one, some other time, maybe 2 weeks later. Do the same thing, just like, take it day after day. Or like, the weekend. Some days on the weekend, just skip a few weeks, finish it. Then I'm just like, yo, what happened? What was this? Why did I decide? Let's see. I'm gonna drink a whole THC. But I'm gonna drink one, like, oh. I always had it in the back of the mind. I guess everyone always has it somewhere. Maybe I always say the back of the mind, but it could be everywhere, anywhere in the mind, anywhere in the body. Hey, at the front of my knee, I swear, the front of my knee. I knew at the front of my knee. I knew at the front of my knee that okay, no. What was it saying? I mean, yes. What was it saying? It's THC oil. It was a day at the studio, I think. Damn, it was somewhere else. Back of the head. Oh, I always wanted to try it. Okay, anyway, so yeah. Always like, it was like somewhere on a bucket list in the mind. In the front of the knee. It was somewhere on the bucket list. It was somewhere on the broom list. The back of the knee. So original, I guess. On the tree leaf at the back of the knee. It was somewhere on the tree leaf at the back of the knee that you want to try this. We want to try drinking a whole one, maybe. Anyway, there's this day at the studio, I guess. Probably. Yeah, I guess so. So then I start walking. I'm somewhere in Toronto somewhere. It's like 1 a.m. Man. I guess so. And I was just like, I want to drink one beer. It could be 2 or 3 a.m. It's like really early in the morning. Man, it's getting cold. Damn it, it wouldn't make sound. Anyway. So, I'm walking. And, I'm like, I want to get drunk and high, I guess. Oh, I take an Uber, yes, from the studio. I guess I walk a bit, and I take an Uber to the weed store. And I get out. And I'm like, I'm getting high as hell. Let's get a big joint. I get a big joint. And I'm like, yo. I guess I was already a bit drunk, too, from the drinking beers at the studio, maybe. Probably was drinking there. And I'm just like, yo, I'm buying one of these oils and I'm gonna drink the whole thing. So, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna drink this whole thing. I say to the guy, I'm like, I'm gonna drink one of the whole oils, dude. Dude, it's cold in here. He's like, yo, someone said they did that and they got fucked up. I'm like, LOL. I get out of the store. I start walking. I keep trying to go to these bars. Oh, I got the gram pre-roll, I guess. It was maybe 2.5s, and I didn't know. I wanted one. So I kept walking up to people I was going in, and I was like asking them if they wanted to take it, and they kept saying no. And some people said, no, sorry, I'm sorry. And I was like, it's okay. Holy. Yeah. The legends of life. Beyond legends. Anyway, beyond legends. Yo, so I go to a few bars and they only take cash. and nobody wants to join it. And then I remember asking the cashier. I left. I was like, oh, I only have debit. Okay, bye. He opened the bottles too. She opened them. I'm like, 2 Stellas, please. I think I took 2 Stellas. And she opened them both. And I'm like, oh, I don't have cash. So I left. And I walked right back in. And it was like this old lady and her, well, however old she was. But, a little boy. Could be like 7 or something. And he's sitting on the end of the counter. I ask her if she wants a joint for payment. And she said no. So I'm like, okay. And the kid saw, and he's like, well, what the hell? Anyway, so I leave. Keep walking. I go to this other bar. I go in. No, first I'm like, what? Oh, I go to the store. I sit in this. Yeah, I don't go to another bar. After that, I sit in a stairwell of an apartment and drink it. Goes down easy. I'm just rude. The first time I wasn't rude, but the second time was rude. And the third time and the fourth time. I did like 5 or 6 times, maybe 5. I'll tell all the stories. First, this is first. Anyway, so I leave. And I throw that thing out and I start smoking a joint. Oh no, I don't. Maybe I don't smoke a joint. I go to the store and I get an avocado. I buy an avocado from the convenience store, and the guy's like, "Lol, do you want sugar?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna eat it now with a spoon. Do you have a spoon?" She's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Do you want us to cut it in half?" I'm like, "Okay." She's like, the guy's like, "Do you want sugar?" I'm like, "LOL, yeah." He doesn't get the sugar. I'm like, "What the heck?" Okay, fine. I'm like, "Do you have sugar for real?" She's like, "No." They're like, "No." I'm like, "I wanted the sugar." Maybe honey. But anyway, I go out. I start eating the avocado. And I'm done it. So I gotta go throw it out in a dumpster. And there's some guy's coming out of the kitchen to throw his stuff out. I'm like, "Hey." He's like, "Hey." I'm like, "Are you open?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, I'll see. I'll go see." Anyway, because I see this door and I see people come out of it. I'm like, whatever. I'll go see. And I go up and they're like, I'm like, "Yo, is this open?" He's like, "Yeah, I just came out of there." I'm like, "You go buy beer?" He's like, "Yeah, just came out of there." I go down. And I start asking for alcohol. And the guy in the back walks by and sees that I'm at the counter. We make eye contact. Like, hello. Oh. Well, we're open, but I don't know. And then the man's a legend anyway, so. But, so I get a beer in a paper cup. And I leave. I have a joint and this beer. I'm walking and smoking and drinking. And 2 people walk by. And it's Spider-Man and Mary Jane. And I'm like, "Yo, do you guys want this joint?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." I was like a brother and a sister, I think. Probably so young. They're probably like 17. And I was just like, "You want this? You want this joint?" Anyway, so I keep on walking. And it starts to rain, and then I pee, the longest pee in the world. And then I finish smoking, and I'm like, dun, da, da, da. I'm gonna start getting freaking high as frig. What happened, man? What did I do? What the hell? I guess I started walking around trying to find what the hell I was doing. And then I'm trying to work with Google Maps and I couldn't. And then I just turned left. And I'm in like nothing land in Toronto in like 4:20. High as a peak, almost about the peak, I guess. Like this stuff is coming up. And then I just sit on the ledge at the bus stop. I'm like, what the hell? And cars are driving by, and one guy I feel is like, "Oh, this is the haunted area. What the hell? Yo, haunted area." This man's like, "Look what this guy's doing in a haunted area." I'm like, and I'm just like, okay, I know how to work Uber. And I look up, and it's this street that's just a street, and on the other end, it's a street with houses, a wall of houses, and on the other end is just one line of sparsely lined up trees along the sidewalk, and then field behind it, and park and stuff. But it's all pitch night. And I remember I put on my, actually no, I don't think I put on my flashlight. I just remember, I think maybe a street light was on. I don't know, it was really pitch. But like, I just remember seeing like deep field, and I remember, and just like the houses, I'm like, looked and I'm like, yo, this is where people get like randomly, or maybe not randomly, but, or it could be randomly, but like, yo, this is like a street like you see in the news where they're doing an overhead they're doing like an overhead shot of it, and it's just like those streets where like, oh, a kid was stabbed or a kid was shot, and then I'm just like, yo, call Uber, get an Uber, go home. Have no recollection of this Uber ride. Proceed and begin to now I always remember that this trip was now I don't remember what the hell. Yeah, so like, I don't remember what happened on this trip, but this was the biggest trip of my entire life. And I'm just like, wait, I'm trying to, damn, like what happened on this? Okay, I'm starting to piece together some stuff. I remember I went downstairs. Okay, I just remember tripping. Okay, now I remember tripping. I remember holy, I'm just downstairs in the basement, just like seeing, I start to meditate, I guess, and then I start seeing like visions of people I know, and then it starts to get super real, and then I'm like in them, and then I'm like actually like in them, like there, and then I'm having sex. That's the first thing, like where I'm like super in it, and I'm having sex. I'm like, what the hell? And it was real, and then I get like pulled away, like pulled away like by my back, like like a freaking movie, and I get transported to another spot in the bathroom, and I'm in the bathroom, and then randomly elsewhere was next to standing there. We're looking in the mirror. It wasn't elsewhere who I was having sex with it in the vision. It was someone else. Randomly elsewhere, it was elsewhere after we were in the bathroom, and then like I was at her house, and we were like talking to each other, standing up talking to each other, and then like laughing and stuff. She was like laughing, and then I get transported back to the body. But I was there for all of them. Like, it felt like I was really there. I was like, yo, I could actually like believe I was there. Like, that was crazy. Like I could, like, I mean, like I did. Like, I was like, oh wait, I'm not here. Like, when I came back to the body, I was like, oh, like I was like, yo, I took a lot of this shit, and I'm doing this right now. Like I'm chilling with elsewhere right now, and I'm like, did this, and then like the other, like, yo, how did I start having sex with this girl? Did I get so high that I fucking went somewhere? Anyway, and then I'm like back meditating. I'm back meditating, chilling, and then I just guess I uncross legs, and get up, and I go to this was the yeah, so and then I just who knows, I guess I kept meditating and went back to it, and things were just happening that were awesome throughout the trip. The trip, this first one was not even generally, this first trip was grand. This first trip was spectacular, beautiful, awesome, everything. It was awesome. Pure positive. Who knows pure positive? But it was just I was like, yo. I remember going to work the next day. Michael's like, Michael, big bro. Should I say Michael? Maybe I'll say Whiff. I'll say Whiffy. Whiffy B. No, Whiffy. So I'll say Whiffy. Maybe that's too close, but maybe he won't care. Anyway, I'll ask him what he wants. Anyway, so. Big bro is like, yo, I didn't go to work the night. Like, I was like, yo. Then in the morning, I got up and went up in the kitchen. I saw Papa. And I'm like, yo. And I remember just being like, what the heck is happening? I'm like, I can probably get to work and do stuff, but it'll probably be epic. And I just remember being like, dude, I'm going to have to try hard, and people are going to have to try hard to understand if I go to work right now like this. Because holy, walking, speaking, thinking, opening eyes, moving, existing, believing, breathing, everything was a puffball. It was like I was walking through puffballs of puffiness. And I was like, I get to push through the puff and get to everywhere. I had to breathe in this. It's just like puffs. It's like you're walking through bubbles. Like, imagine like the bubble machine went off at freaking iDream, and it's our government, and it's iDream, okay? It's iDream 2020. With no COVID. Anyway, so and they dropped the bubble machine and you're just walking through it. Like, but like the bubble machine is like, they're like, yo, we're spending triple the amount on the bubble machines and putting them on every little grid spot on the Sims grid around the perimeter, and then they walk through it. That's what it felt like. And it was thick. That's what life was like. Plus, it was going inside too. Right through. Damn, you have to really drive, eh? To make this. Oh, I should smoke. I should light this back up. Oh yeah, I can't hotbox it. So, back to the story. So I'm chilling there, like high as heck. Where was I? Was that what I was saying? Was that what I was saying? I was on some other story. Anyway. Yeah, I was just like, what? Oh yeah, I woke up and I went in the kitchen to see Papa. Because I just recently got the driver's license again, G2. I was on G, so he had to be there. So. But first before I got G1, he was driving us. Then I was driving us. And now I'm driving alone. It's epic. It's an epic time. It's an epic transition moment of life. You're like, oh shit, everybody. It's about to be vehicular in this muzzer and fuzzer. In this muzzer and fuzzer. And this cheese and rice on the table. So. Yeah. He's like, oh, go back downstairs. We're not going to work. I'm like, oh crap. So I slept again, I guess. I guess I just disappeared into the bed. But like this trip, I remember going to sleep and stuff. I think, at least. Usually with weed, you just wake up. You never fall asleep. This time, I remember I'm like, it's time to sleep. And I'm going to wake up in the morning and go to work. Like, I remember all that. Yeah, I remember all that. That's how high I was. Like, I just 5-hour energy drink. Oil down the gullet. I'm like, I'm oiling the body now. This is gonna be oily. And it's cool because it's like what the guy was saying about smoking. I feel like oiling was like much more fluid. It goes in between the joints, and like I feel like I got oiled. Like I felt like really oiled after. Like I oiled up all the parts. So I drank like full CBDs too. I drank like full THC and then a CBD after. I did this like maybe a total of 6 times. But like enough is enough. It's pretty crazy because I remember, oh yeah. So this did happen the first time. I was wondering, yeah, like thought patterns and stuff are just like unraveling. Tangles in the mind are just like, oh, untangling. It was like conditioner. It was like conditioner to mind hair. And thought processes and patterns are like breaking over and coming out. And things were blossoming. I was just like, everything was just relaxing and oiling through, I guess it seemed like. I don't know. Just like shaking out and chilling and unwinding. So I thought like an ayahuasca retreat, everyone should drink one of those oils. And it's cool because I heard about Christos. This is an oil. Everyone should, I suppose, know about this oil. The oil of the Christ. The Christ is a word from Christos, and Christos is an oil that is in the spine. And I suppose if we just spread this around evenly, efficiently, and you know, finely and thickly, thinly and thickly, and upgradedly, and infinitely, beyondly, ultimate, absolutely, we can. This is redacted secrets, possibly. Yeah. It's just like Buddha's a title, Christ is a title. It's just like the Christos. If the Christos in the spine is sufficiently used, I suppose. They could put it around the whole body, around the whole world, around the whole universe, or beyond the oil itself. Anyway, it just felt like that oil was like oiling life. And I remember this sciatica nerve. I did an ollie on a skateboard, and I've had the sciatica nerve being a bum forever, for like 9 months. And then I'm like, yo, this is chronic. Like, it was actually messed up how hard it was to move this leg. I woke up the first day it happened, it didn't matter. It didn't hurt. It hurt for 2 seconds, and then I kept skateboarding. When I woke up in the morning, there's no way to even bend forward, like past an obtuse angle. Like, it was retarded. And then for 9 months, no kicking, no doing certain things, and it would go like get better and better, but like it seemed chronic at a point. I was like, wow, this is weird. And I kept searching like pictures on Google, and it was like this showing this pinched nerve in between the 2 discs of the spine, and it was like hemorrhaged because it squeezed. So I was like, they're saying like, oh, blah, 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 permanent. Like, no, it's not permanent. It's not permanent. You could just fix it if you like are willing to like do something, like lay in a certain position for 14 days. No, I don't know if that's the case, but anyway, I just remember I drank it, and just like the LSD arm story where the liquid went in between the joint, something like an accordion at that sciatica nerve, and it was fixed. I have recently did a certain stretch, and it came back. but less. It came back like less than before. I feel like it's gonna go away forever. But when I drank that first one, it went away. I'm like, it's gone forever. It's been like 2 months, 3 months, maybe 4. And I'm like, damn, it's gone forever. And then I stretched. Like it was like, it used to be like I was unable to move forward, and then I would be unable to bend backwards. But I bent backwards like far. I guess I like tested it. It kind of came back a bit, but it'll go away. So yeah. That was the highest I've ever been in life. And then I think it was that day, that night, or the next night. Man, I went on a walk. And I walked all the way to this far park. And it was nighttime, like 9 p.m. or something. And I just sat on the bench. And I was wearing for the first time ever, all gray. I was wearing gray sweats and this gray hoodie. And then I was wearing the hood. And a gray hat. And I'd go and I sit on this bench. Or maybe I wasn't wearing the gray hat. And then I just sit on the bench of this picnic table in the park where there's a pathway made of brick up to the road. And 2 kids ride by on their mountain bikes. And I'm just like sitting at the park bench, the picnic table, under a tree with my hand under my chin and the elbow on the table, just leaning like that. Just chilling hard, like stoned like stone, chilling like stone, still as stone. And then these 2 kids ride from the road down the park trail, the brick road past. And then I just hear. And then I just feel like, I understand, like, they looked like to be about 12, maybe 13-year-old kids on their mountain bikes that looked huge for them. And I'm like, yo, they saw that I was sitting there, and I feel like they think, what the fuck was that? Oh shit, I keep putting the backlight on. So then it takes me 10 years to, is that it? This joint's over. So then where was I? No, I forget what story I was. How high I got from this oil. Oh yeah, I'm just sitting there, and I just hear. I'm like, yo, they saw that I was sitting there, and like, I don't know. I feel like something. I just felt like something. I felt something, and then they just go, yo. I hear one go, yo. I'm like, they turned around. I feel like they're gonna turn around. I'm like, sitting there. No, I guess I should have just said that. I'm like, yo, what if they just turn back and yo. I hear, and I'm still as a stone. And then they come back up the brick trail, and they look, and they're like, yo. And I'm like, yo, what up? And they're like, yo, we thought you were like a statue. like a statue, like an art piece. And like, yeah. I'm like, yo, you know what I did? I'm like, oh, nah. I don't know. I just said, like, I was like, oh, that's funny. And I'm like, yo, you know that? And they're like, oh, peace. I'm like, alright, peace. But I'm like, yo, but you know what I did? Like, what? I'm like, you know the weed store? Like, yeah. I'm like, yo, I went and I got a THC. I'm like, I got the oil, like a bottle of oil, and I drank the whole thing. And I'm like, I'm tripping. And they're like, oh, damn. And they left. So, yeah, that was the next day, I remember. So, that was the next day. I was just super retardedly high still. Like, gone still. That's literally all I remember of the entire day. Except from being like, go back to bed. You're not going to work today. And I get up, and I guess I ate. And then like, all I remember is it's nighttime, and I'm at that bench. Sitting there. Holy. It was like, it just was all a white stream of light. The whole day is a white stream of light, except the time on the park bench. Anyway. This should be a series because there's... Yeah, I'm gonna make this a series. Because there's like more times where I drank this bottle. The second time's crazy. The third time's like, they're all crazy times, man. Drinking one of these bottles is stupid. There's a point when the tolerance gets dumb and then you're just like, it doesn't do anything. But yeah, I don't know. Everyone should do that. Ayahuasca retreat. Spread the word. I told everyone. Everyone laughed. Anyway, farewell. Beyond, yonder, not here, no now. I can see inside your head. I know what you say. But I'm thinking maybe it's just an excellent goose. Wicked